Hello again, and welcome to the second weekly meditation technique video. So, this moment's video is about the inner body, getting in touch with what it feels like to be in our bodies, number one, and then to go a bit deeper. This practice I really love because it's the second fundamental meditation practice, the two that I use mainly to keep my mind quiet. Just like with conscious breathing, when you focus all of your attention on the breath, the mind subsides. And the same can apply for when you bring attention into your physical form, into your physical body. So I call this inner body awareness. And you want to direct your attention. It's about directing your attention. So right now, notice where your attention is. Maybe listening to me, or watching me on the video screen. Maybe some of your attention is somewhere else as well. And now, start to focus your attention on what does it feel like to have your body? What does it feel like to have hands? To have feet? Just notice your body and the experience of it. You can, often when this is a new practice, it seems kind of strange. You're like, I don't know, what does that mean? And that means you're trying to think about it. This isn't about thinking, this is really directly going into just an experience. So, one way to get there too is to do body scans. So you start, and I like to start with my feet because it's the farthest thing away from my thinking head, mind. So I start with my feet and you say, okay, feel my feet. So I just notice my feet. Just feel it, notice it. And it may take a second or two, but then all of a sudden, it's sort of like, all of a sudden you're aware of this sort of feeling in your feet. It almost feels like a vibration or like a bit of a movement, but on a very subtle level. Your toes, in the bottoms of your feet and the tops of your feet. Suddenly it's like you feel the bone, the muscle, the blood flowing through. And then you slowly move your attention, and you're practicing guiding your attention. So move your attention into your ankles. Feel what does it feel like to have your ankles? And then upward into the legs, slowly, up through the shins, into the knees, and through the upper legs. Just feeling various muscles in the body. And then into the hips, and then bringing that experience of the body into your belly and your back, up through the chest and the shoulder blades, and feeling your shoulders, and then kind of bringing your awareness through your arms, kind of down the arm, into the hand, into the fingertips. To the mind, this is a perplexing thing. Like, why am I doing this? Right? Because it's threatening the mind. This is what this is about, putting the mind down. So of course the mind is going to fight. Such a simple practice. But don't feed the thoughts of the mind. Keep your attention anchored in the feeling of the body. So you're feeling your hands, and then you slowly bring your awareness back up through the arms, into the neck and into the head, to the top of your head. And then see if you can feel your whole body at once, from head to toe, hands, feet, everything. Just feel everything at once. It's a lot like the breath, where our breath is always there, and this feeling in our body is always here. It's available for us, because our body is always here, in our present moment while we're alive. So it's always available, but we don't tend to slow down enough to notice it, to listen. We aren't quiet enough within to experience something so subtle. And that's why it's such a powerful meditation technique. Because the only way to feel your inner body is to slow down that mind, to slow down the thinking and the opinion and the judgments and all the self-talk. And when you're really in your body, really feeling your body, notice that. Notice how the mind is quiet. And there's a sense of peace. Stillness is deep. So this is something I recommend doing for your daily meditation, however long that is, whether you decide for 5 minutes or 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day, whatever. Nothing too intense. But, enough to cultivate a daily practice, to just give yourself time to just slow down, step out of the mind, be in the body. What's also, the reason I call this a fundamental practice though, is because this is one that you can carry once you start to get the experience and enjoy the experience in your daily meditation. Then what the next level is to bring it into your daily life. Feeling your inner body when you're talking to other people. Feeling it. I found it especially valuable while I was driving. When I used to be an Uber driver, I used to drive for hours. And maintaining some attention in my inner body, I could quickly notice if I had any resistance, any tightness, any restriction, which is suffering, and then I could release it. It also keeps the mind quiet and is always available. I used to do it a lot at work too. This is another one you can use when you're at work, no matter what kind of work you do. You could have a really intensely draining labor physical job, or you could have something that's more like mentally draining, or a bit of both, or a lot of both. But you can always tap into your inner body at any moment, and that's why it's so powerful. This is also one of the fundamental sort of life vests, so to speak. If you find yourself in a dark moment, if you find yourself in fear or in pain body, going into the inner body, just like going into conscious breathing, can help you just step out of that story and get out of all that heaviness, the darkness, and enjoy being, enjoy existing. So get familiar with this practice and then start to really bring it into your daily life. When you're doing dishes, when you're walking from one room to the next, just feel your legs moving. Feel the muscles that are involved in every bit and piece of being in this human form. I have a bit of a theory that when we don't give our bodies attention, it's like our bodies tries to find a way to get our attention. Just like a child, when a child doesn't get enough attention, they act out in order to get something, even though it's not a positive, it's still something. And I think our bodies do that sometimes. If you're not giving your body attention, next thing you know, you stub your toe, and then boom, oh, my toe's there. Oh, God, it hurts. But if you live and you make this practice of always being in your body, it's not only, you're also always peripherally aware of where all of the extremities of your body are. It's like, I don't really stub my toe anymore because I'm always like a bit empathetic or aware of where my feet are at all times because I'm like really in my body. You see? And I maybe even go as far as with disease and stuff. I can't say I completely know, but I've also heard from Eckhart mentions that when we are inhabiting our body, it actually has physiological effects, meaning the psyche and the physical form sort of meet, and it can strengthen your immune system, and it can heal. It can heal things. And I know for myself, like I do live in inner body. I use this practice and I've been using it for years. And I like rarely get sick. I get sick way less than I used to. So I don't, I can't make a scientific claim, but it's just something to experiment with and to notice. As you start to feel your inner body, not only do you feel more peaceful, but it strengthens your physical body in some ways. So a very powerful practice. And it's also a wonderful practice of catching when you're in suffering. And going, oh, what's this bit of discomfort? You notice it inside your body first, and you're like, oh, what's this? Right? So, yes, this is inner body. Feel it right now as I'm talking. And as a little challenge, as this video ends, and you move on through Facebook, maybe you explore more of this group, or maybe you go into a different group, or go back to your profile and get in a debate about COVID, or who knows what. Whatever happens next, see if you can hold this inner body awareness, and see how long you can hold it before you lose it, before you get completely pulled back into mind and into other stuff, anything that's besides the experience of your physical form. So yeah, just try that, see how long you last. You may have already lost it, that's okay too. Come back. The moment we realize we've lost our intention of the practice, whether it's inner body awareness or it's conscious breathing or many of the other things that I'm sharing throughout these weeks and months and years, it's all about just catching when we lose our intention, when we go, oh, I slipped. Oh, I forgot about breathing, or oh, I forgot about inner body. And not making a story out of it, but just catching it and then going right back to the practice. So if your practice is to be in the inner body all day, then you just do your best. You feel your body, okay, I'm in it right now, cool, all right. I'm gonna go do some stuff. I'm gonna feel my body. 30 minutes later, if you've used the mindfulness bell that I recommend, it'll ding, and you go, oh damn, I forgot about my inner body. Okay, I'm back. And that's it. That's the practice. And sometimes, when you get really good at it, you'll be in your body, and it'll ding, and you'll be like, oh, I'm still in it. That's actually a really, that's a success if you can hold inner body awareness for that long. That's a beautiful success, because it means you've been keeping your mind at bay, using it carefully and responsibly. So, yes, apply this, use this as a resource for your own practices. Especially on social media. While you're tapping the screen, pushing the buttons, feel your fingers pushing the buttons, or tapping the screen. It'll help anchor you from being reactive too when you get into a bit of a disagreement with someone. If you have some attention in your inner body, you're keeping yourself anchored, and you won't lose all of a sudden into this intense, egoic reaction of like anger and defensiveness and the drama. So very powerful practice, highly recommend. Enjoy. As you're practicing this, let me know how you're enjoying it, how you're experiencing it. And yeah, that's it. All right, love you.